Wildfires devastated several communities last month, affecting many in the Trojan family. Reporter Payton May is here with one USC student's story.
3 weeks after a wildfire devastated the Pacific Palisades community, USC junior Avani Desai was finally allowed to return back. I joined her on this emotional journey home. Security was tight, and only residents were allowed back. Avani Desai had no idea what to expect as she made her way toward the Pacific Palisades, her home for 16 years.
So this is my high school. This is insane. The baseball field was burned down, the classes behind it. I had classes in those buildings. And then this is the theater. This was the community theater. It doesn't feel real, and it's so apocalyptic. Like, it's just hard to wrap my head around the whole thing.
Avani's house didn't burn down, but it will be years before her family can move back in. Compared to her friends, she considers herself lucky.
My best friend Arden down the street, her house is gone. My friend Jules, like Troy, like their houses are gone. You forget that you can't come back here. And so I feel like it hasn't hit me yet that like I won't ever be able to come back here, at least not for like a really long time.
The 23,000-acre fire destroyed over 6,000 structures in this tight-knit community. Avani knew many of them like the back of her hand.
This was like an Indian restaurant, Chase Bank. We used to like sneak out of her house and like go run around. Like, this is her dad's house, and like I've just always like spent so much time here.
The Palisades were home to her childhood memories. For many residents, that's all they have left.
You never think that it would happen to like a place that like you lived in, or like a place that like your friends grew up in. So you just like see like all this wreckage and you're just like, this doesn't feel real. I think that this place is such a special little pocket of LA with so much love and luck, and so I really do want to come back, and I hope that it's restored the way that it used to be.
Love and luck. A good place to start. For Annenberg Media, I'm Payton May.
And Payton joins us live at the desk. Thank you for being here. What was it like being so up close to all of the devastation?
It was honestly really surreal. I know that we had all seen visuals of the fires while they were going on, but being able to go back there, especially with Avani, this was the first time that she had been home. It really was a jarring sight to see, and just really emotional driving through that and seeing the wreckage firsthand.
Yeah. And are there any updates with Avani or her family? How are they doing?
Honestly, not really. As you could see in the video, her home is still standing, which is great, but it will be a very long time before she's able to move back in. Her parents have since moved, and they're staying with family friends across the country. Avani is still at school. She's attending classes, which is great, but I think they're kind of in limbo until they have more information about what happens next with that debris removal and how the community can start to rebuild.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that story.
Yeah, thank you for having me.